Hello students. In the previous videos, we have seen about the two chapters. We discussed about two chapters, gravitation and periodic classification of the elements. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. In that there are four subtopics are there, that is chemical reaction, then rules of writing chemical equations or we can say reactions one, then balancing that reaction, that is called balancing equations, and then the fourth type, that is the types of the chemical reactions. Even though it looks only four subtopics one, but this chapter is descriptive one, means step by step we have to study. And see, while studying this chapter again, I will tell you, that means I am telling you, before we can say that you watching the videos, you keep your textbook open one so that you'll understand the topic clearly. See, for science we need the, we can say that the eye contact one, but that's why it is very easy to open the textbook one and watch the videos one. Let us begin this chapter now. That is how we can say that the chemical reactions and equations. See, you might have seen the different, we can say, changes in the surrounding. For example, you might have seen the melting of wax. If you light the candle, the wax will melt. You might have seen the, we can say that the evaporation of water. You might have seen, suppose if we switch on, that time the bulb will switch off, the bulb, we can say that the goes off. Then you might have seen, suppose the milk is converted into curd, the curdling of the milk. You might have seen, we can say that the raw mango ripens to, we can say, converts into the mango. So ripen mango we can say. So there are different changes occur in nature. These changes are there. That changes, some changes are there that are called physical changes. Some changes are called as a chemical changes. Now we'll classify now. Whatever example that you are seeing, we'll classify which changes are chemical changes, which changes are the physical changes for. See what we have seen, that the, if we light the candle one, then the candle melts. Again afterwards what happen? We get the candle wax afterwards. After we can say that the we can say it extinguishes, we get the wax again. Secondly, we have seen about, suppose, the evaporation of water. What happen here? If you see the sea water is there, it's get evaporated by the heat of sun, and then it forms a cloud. Cloud is nothing but the, we can say that the water vapors are there. Then we have seen about, we discuss about the, we can say that the switch on or switch off the bulb one. What happens when we switch on, the filament in the bulb, we can say, after having the high voltage one, the electricity pass through it, it gets heated and the bulb starts glowing. When we switch off, again that coil is there or that wire is there, it gets cool one, and we get the, again the same, the, we can say, condition of the bulb one. If you see these three examples, the evaporation of water, or we can say the melting of wax, or we can say the switch on or off of the bulb, see here, no new substance is formed. Here, new substance is not formed. As soon as we can say that we switch on the bulb, it glows, switch off, it, we can say, goes off. If you see the, we can say the evaporation of water, water gets evaporated, converted into water vapor. This water vapor will get cool, again we get water back again in the form of rain. Candle wax is there, when you are, that means melting the wax, when you are using the candle one, once it's extinguished one, we get the wax again. So these changes are there, these changes are nothing but the physical changes. Physical changes where you can say that the no new substance is formed, and these changes are, we can say, the temporary changes one. They are not permanent, temporary changes one. Only we can say that the physical properties, like we can say that the boiling point, density, color, such properties changes one. So the changes where we can say that the, these are temporary changes one, no new substance is formed here, and we can get the our original substance back by, we can say that the easy means, then that changes are called as a physical changes one. The second part I told you about, the suppose the raw mango ripens into mango, or we can say curdling of the milk, or we can say cooking of the food. You can take many more example one like this. So these changes are there, they are permanent one. You can't convert the mango into raw mango, ripened mango into raw mango. You can't convert the, we can say, curd into, we can say, milk. You can't convert the, we can say that the this cooked food into, we can say, the raw food one or vegetables one. So these changes are there, they are permanent one. They are permanent one, and here we can say that the physical as well as the chemical properties totally change one. And moreover we can say that we cannot get the our original substance back by easy means one. So these changes are there, that are called as the chemical changes one. So today we will discuss about the, we can say that the this chemical changes one. Now see why substances undergoes the, we can say, chemical changes. In the previous standard you studied that about the, we can say that the compound one. See, I told you about that the elements and compounds are the pure substances one. When the atoms of the elements combine, when atoms of the elements combine in a fixed proportion by weight, that time the substance is formed, that substance is called as a compound. For example, suppose we can say hydrogen is the element, oxygen is the element. Now these two elements, atoms of these two elements combine by fixed proportion of their by their weight, then we get the compound called water. That is H2O. H2O is called as a water. So this compound is formed by the, we can say that the chemical combination of the, we can say that the this hydrogen and oxygen. So here we can say that the water is called as a compound one. So when the compound is formed, that time we can say that there is a chemical change is there. Now suppose we can say now in the compounds one, in the compounds one, there are, suppose we can say that they are made up of the molecules one, means small, we can, like we can say atoms one. These compounds are there, they are also, we can say, they are small particle that we call as a molecules one. So why this, we can say that the substances form the compounds one. So these substances, these elements are there. They are trying to make their outermost orbit stable. They try to gain the, we can say that the 8 electron in the last orbit one. So in the, we can say that competition one, when they are, we can say that the losing, sometimes they are losing electrons, sometimes they are gaining electron, sometimes they are sharing electrons one. So what happened? Actually, they are, we can say that the combining to the other element one, other atom of the element one. So when they are combining this, they are either, we can say that they lose electrons, they may gain electrons, or they may share electrons one. So as per their valency, we can say that these atoms loses, gains, or shares electrons. It means they are undergoing the chemical changes one. Now, let us begin with again these chemical reactions. See, in the chemical reactions, what you are saying that the new substances are formed, and there are, we can say, totally, we can say that the compound is there, that is a new substance is formed, that is called compound, and their properties are, we can say, totally change one. See, suppose if I say now hydrogen and oxygen both gets combined one, both gets combined, and from that we get, suppose here, water. Then here water is called compound, hydrogen is called element, oxygen is called element. These elements combine in a fixed proportion by weight and form the, we can say, compound water. So when you are representing this, we can say that now this is a chemical change. You cannot convert, we can say that the hydrogen oxygen easily. We can convert, but not easily. Not easily. So by passing, we can say that the electric current, the water, we can decompose, or we can say dissociate this water into, we can say that the hydrogen oxygen one. But not easy way, but by passing electricity we can do it. So it is a, we can say here, hydrogen chemically combines with oxygen and form the, we can say that the this water one. It is a chemical change one. So in this we can say that the process that we call now a reaction now, because here new substance is formed here. So in this reaction one, what happen? This hydrogen and oxygen combine. Then these two substances are there. It is called as reactants. Reactants, the substances which are combined, and we can say that the product here we, after we can say that the combining, the water is produced. So water is called as product. So the substances which are, we can say that it combines, that are the left side one, and the substances which are produced, they are on the right side one. So right side, that are the, we can say, products, left side are the reactants one. When we represent this, we can say that this equation by using chemical formula one, then it is called as, we can say that the chemical equation one. So chemical equation is a nothing but, we can say that here the substances are there that are the chemically combined. Chemically combined with the reactants, react to form products one. So in this we can say change one, what happen when we are representing this reaction with the help of chemical formulae. With the help of chemical formula, then we can say it is a chemical equation. For example, suppose this hydrogen, we are having here H2. For oxygen, we are having O2. For this equal to, we are saying here, we can say F. And then water, we are having here H2O. So this same, we can say that the chemical reaction, we are represented with the help of, we can say that this chemical formula of hydrogen, chemical formula of oxygen, and chemical formula of the, we can say that the water. So this representation is there. It is called as a chemical equation. So students, today we have seen about the, we can say this chemical equation one. Now what you have to do, you just take as the assignment in the previous, in the 9th standard, in the 4th chapter, you had the, we can say that the measurement of matter, that chapter is there. In that last topic is there, that is the ions and radicals one. So there are given, that is the mono positive or mono positive, mono negative, polyatomic, monoatomic. These radicals are given. So what you have to do, you have to write the formulas of the different compounds. You cross multiply. I will show you one example to you. Suppose you have taken here Na plus, and suppose here PO4 3 minus. So you can take here one positive charge, you can write here 1, here 3 negative charge, you can write here 3, and then cross multiply like this. What you will get here? Na3 and A3 PO4 1 is PO4. Now this Na plus is called sodium. PO4 means PO4 minus 3 minus is called phosphate. You can see here sodium phosphate. So like this you can make the formulas one. On the page number 56 of the, we can say, the 9th standard textbook, there are the, we can say, monoatomic, polyatomic radicals are given, ions are given. Then this charges or right, charges right below one, and cross multiply, you will get the formulas one. See, if you want to study this chapter 1, you must know the, we can say that the different chemical formulas one. Now, if you cross multiply, you will get near about 200 chemical formulas one. Their names also you will get. So it will be easy this time. You will study all these formulas one. And when you write this, we can say chemical equation, these formulas will be very useful one and helpful one. So after, we can say that this video one, you take out your textbook and just write the, we can say, this chemical formulas one. In the next topic one, next video, we'll start the how to balance the chemical equations one.
Okay, thank you.